Welcome back to the next episode of our timeline. We are wrapping up. Today, we're going to be discussing 1965 and 1971. Okay? Um, 1965, just for historical context, as we like to do, um, we just within, about 60 years, we have had two major world wars. We had two major bank collapses, and we've seen different policies not be honored for the whole of the community. Okay, so we've seen these promises given time and time again where it's not completely either fulfilled or it was written dishonestly. Okay, so the major problem that we need to identify in 1965, we are recovering, but we still had issues with vagrants. So vagrant is a word that you guys will become familiar with, especially if you go and watch the Social Security Administration's documentary on their YouTube page. Vagrants are considered the homeless, the elderly, the unemployed, basically anybody who's not productive to society. They had no benefits, they had no rights, they had no equity, they had no opportunity in the land of the free. So the promise that they ended up providing in 1965 is you are valuable and we will treat you as such. It's not about productivity. It's about your human value, who you are as a person. The result of this is the Great Society Initiative. Many good things actually came out of the Great Society Initiative. So as you see throughout, I will give praise and I will point out where I think there's been obvious signs of abuse. But shout out to the original LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. This was phenomenal. Are you kidding me? Now we have included in this vehicle protections around homelessness, protections around unemployment, protections around the elderly, the very things that are being stripped away now. I'm worried that we're not going to have a vacancy problem, that we're going to have another vagrancy problem. Okay? So this is, one of the times I really do want to give credit to America. I really do want to give credit to Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ. They did a phenomenal job seeing the need of the people and not just dismissing them, but addressing it directly. Very, very good job by Lyndon B. Johnson. So, like I said, with the big, beautiful bill, Medicaid is also attached to Social Security. This is why I'm so passionate about it. Think about the people who have already paid in their entire lives up to this point. These are actually my parents. Social Security is estimated to run out 2033 to 2037. These were the exact things put in place to address the exact issues I see it coming back. They paid their entire life and they're stripping this completely from them. Paid in for a benefit that you expected to receive at this date. And when that time comes, they strip it away. So, again, we see another transfer of trust. But going back to our timeline, the next thing that happens throughout the progression, so mind you, we just ended the World War. We have everybody on our side. We are the backing of the world currency. Now we're addressing issues for the people. We're building momentum. We're looking like a great society. So during this restoration era, the 70s was very interesting. So the new problem that we are seeing in the 70s is that America has now printed more money than we actually had gold to justify. More money than gold we had to actually back. We were writing blank checks. Checks that were bouncing. So that's the problem. And we have identified the problem. Their promise is a government IOU. The government saying, hey, we understand that we took your gold, but we got you. So this is where our currency went from being gold to our currency now being trust. Trust is that structure. Trust is the foundational piece of making the society hold up. And I was conflicted, still am to this day, because we see in the timeline from 1907 all the way up at least into the 40s, well, to the 50s, we haven't done a good job of building trust. We do one thing that is good. We have 6 years of that, and then we now see we're going to put an entire country and the world economy based on this trust here. So I think that's very interesting. The result of this government IOU with the dollar, it's a fiat currency. Fiat means fake, not real, not backed by anything other than belief itself. Crypto. Okay. So this again, where is trust is the new economy. It's not gold. It's not dollars. It's not anything but trust is where this currency is coming from. Okay. But this is wrapping up to a pretty interesting event. We're almost at the end here of the time. All right, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, subscribe, share if you learned anything. And if you're ready to go from financial literacy to financial independence, you're tired of waiting on the left and the right to fight for your policy, you can come over here and I'll help you write yours. Until next time, peace.
I read Psalms out so his face I could see, da, lean on da, learn to repeat, da, heal on da, his face I could see, da, lean on da, learn to repeat,